Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's the flyest vlogger on the planet. My name is Showtime the Czar. Welcome back to the channel. Hope everybody's having a great, positive, productive day as always. You know I got hip hop news, cultural updates, and everything like that for you guys today. But before we do any and all that, you know what you got to do. See that subscribe button on your screen right there. I need you to click that, turn that bell icon on so each and every time one of my videos drop, the content that I'm providing to you, you don't miss it. Let's get into it, y'all. Drop my intro. YouTube, what up though? Okay. So this has been a crazy week, which is good, okay, because it's good content to talk about, good discussions happening around the culture. Some I won't say it's good for the people that's in the situations, but in terms of content creating, okay, it's a lot of good stuff going on. And let's start with, because I'm gonna bring Lori Mack in here in a little bit, but let's start with this crazy story out of University of Michigan involving head coach Sharron Moore. Now, here's the funny thing about that story, right? I know an individual that literally interviewed Sharron Moore 2 days before he got arrested. Like, was talking about the football team, how Bryce Underwood was doing, all that good stuff, right? 2 days later, I get a notification on my phone. Sharron Moore has been arrested and he's been fired by the University of Michigan, et cetera, et cetera. I'm like, dang, my man just interviewed him 2 days ago, you know, coming up with a great idea for how to operate in the, you know, what they should do for bowl games now, because a lot of players, they don't mean nothing, right? The bowl games when I was growing up, they used to mean something. It was kind of like, even if you didn't make it to the national championship, some of these bowl games, you know, if you won them, it was kind of like winning a mini championship. Anyway, so I just thought it was crazy that 2 days later he gets fired. Now, here's what the speculation is. He got fired because of some inappropriate, and this is what the story is. He came out, or they came out and said that he had an inappropriate relationship with one of the co-workers and allegedly got her pregnant. Then when it crashed out, broke in her door, assaulted the lady. That's why he got put in jail. Here's what I want to say about that whole situation. Listen, man, as black men, first off, we got to quit, like, blowing up our whole great situation that we got going on to, like, have some side coochie. I think that's so stupid, right? Like, like I heard that he had $12 million on the table. $12 million and you blew it all for some side coochie. Like I heard buddy was married, had kids, a whole 9 yards. And you let some vagina on the side, A, mess up your marriage, B, put you in jail, C, you lost your job, and D, most importantly, you lost $12 million? All for what? I shouldn't say most importantly, you lost $12 million, but you get my drift, bro. That's a lot of money to just act like it's going to come back to you. No, it ain't. It's over with, big dog. $12 million. Now you in jail. And it ain't worth it. We got to quit doing this to ourselves, fellas. We got to be more disciplined in this. This is ridiculous. We can't keep just letting these situations happen. And then here's the worst part. It's happening to the guys that's supposed to be teaching us. The OGs that's supposed to be teaching us. You can't be in here coaching me, telling me how to be a great football player and a role model, and you not that. You not a role model. You over here cheating on your wife, then you telling me how to. I want to hear from you. So I don't know, man. That's just, it's disappointing because, again, another black man is tearing himself down all because he has no self-control. You just, like, the money, the power, the fame, all of that is going to these people's head, and then you look up, it all come crumbling down. Some faster than others. You saw the Diddy situation, which me and Lori Mack are about to get into in just a little bit, but Oh my goodness. This has got to be like, this is enough, man. Y'all got to be more disciplined. And here's my thing, and I said this, and I'm gonna end it right here. I said this to Lori Mack, I think a couple weeks ago. If you want to have, it's 2025, bro. If you want to have multiple women, right, you do not necessarily have to tell people your personal life. You don't have to. I know it don't look good for a coach to have or certain celebrities to have multiple women in their life. But, bro, if you being honest with yourself, just do that instead of getting caught up in a weird situation. That's your personal life. You don't have to tell people that you want to have 2 and 3 and 4 wives. Hey, man, I think that's expensive, but that's you. That'll at least keep you out of the trouble getting caught up with a bunch of women, and then you lose everything that you worked so hard to get. But let me know about this Sharron Moore situation in the comments below. What are your thoughts and opinions and all that good stuff? Let me know.
I just catch you having fun.
All right, YouTube. I know y'all was okay. So the reason, because all week I've been seeing people get their opinions on this Diddy situation, this documentary, The Reckoning. Right? It's funny because it's like everybody watched it at the same time. It came out 2 weeks ago. It's like everybody watched it last weekend. But first, before we do any and all of that, gotta introduce the co-host, the first lady of the Show and Tell podcast, Lori Mack. Lori Mack, say what's up to the people.
What up, dude?
All right, so like I was saying, it felt like everybody watched it when we watched it, which was like last weekend. Okay, and all week I've been seeing all type of podcasts, all type of like media outlets just get their opinions on it. So it's our turn.
It's only right.
So, Lori Mack, we'll start with you. Diddy, The Reckoning on Netflix. Executive producer 50 Cent, which we'll get into that little controversy between him and Marlon Wayans in a little bit. But what did you think of the documentary?
I thought it was good. I thought it was, I can't say spot on because I don't know what happened. But, man, he can, like I said after I got done watching it, like 50 Cent could put a story together. I can give him that. Now, whether it's true or not, still remains.
It does look very believable.
It's hard.
Like it's.
Yeah, it's hard. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like he did really good. His research, his team.
Mm-hmm.
It was good from beginning to end. There was nothing that. It's nothing. You know what I'm saying? That it's almost like. It's almost like you can't even tell that he got something against
Diddy.
You know what I'm saying? How it started and everything. I didn't know where it was going.
Right.
But I liked it. I thought it was good. How about you?
I liked it. I feel like I said, we've had this conversation off camera. The only thing I felt was a little was them trying to tie him to the Tupac murder.
I believe it.
And the only reason I feel like that it's a stretch to me.
I don't think he was the mastermind, but.
And that's what to me, the way the documentary painted it was that he was the mastermind behind getting Tupac killed. And see how they started it off. I'm with you. How they started it, they called him like a cornball, and they showed him with the haircuts and how he was just kind of like a lame that grew into loving hip hop. Mm-hmm. Well, you don't go from cornball to killer like that. Now, if you would have said the Diddy of 2024, 25, the last few years with all the screaming, the yelling, the drugs, the allegations, and the abuse of Cassie, if that Diddy was to have murdered Tupac, I would believe that.
But see, that's where we go back and forth with it, because I feel like the fact that Diddy isn't a thug type of person, that's why it's the perfect crime. You got to think about it.
But this ain't a movie. This ain't a movie. This is somebody real life. That in a movie, that's fire. But
but
I'm not buying that in real life.
Come on now. So you don't think words can be said to sway people? You don't think? Like I said, it was coincidental. It was
very.
It's not something that I feel like P. Diddy planned. You know what I'm saying? Like from the very beginning with the whole, of course, East Coast, West Coast, to him getting into it and the snatching of the chain, to Tupac beating up the dude to snatch the chain that just so happened to be a Crip. That was the son of the Big Pen dude that was out there. It's a lot. That was just convenient.
Yeah, so you talking about the leader of the Crips? He had a son. I can't remember the guy's name.
Yeah, I can't remember his name.
His son was the one that got into the altercation with Tupac.
Right.
Yeah.
That just so happened is also the one that Diddy knows. You know what I'm saying? That he knew
Right,
personally.
right.
That would come to his parties and all
Yeah.
those type of things, and that was his uncle. You know what I'm saying? So the fact of the matter is, it was a shootout.
Mm-hmm.
They never found the suspects. It's obvious that we got Keefe. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how true all of his stuff is.
And
but
see, that's to me. Go ahead.
I just feel like with all that tied into, it's easy for a man that doesn't have the physical power to be like, hey, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so I definitely don't think Diddy was the one that pulled the trigger. I definitely don't think Diddy set up for Tupac to get killed.
He could have said, I'm mad or I don't like him.
Yeah.
And then they could have took, because as you can see, they're very loyal. Everybody was loyal back then. It
Right.
was the thing. So it was just like, I feel like, personally, it could easily be took as, I don't like him. And if you don't like him, I don't like him either. So if I see him type thing on site type of thing, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like
that's believable. But they made it, I feel like the documentary made it like, because it was one part where Keefe D was explaining where they met up at a hotel with a bunch of Crips. Like, see, come on, man. Like, so you met up at a hotel with a bunch of Crips and ain't nobody think that was suspicious. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna say all of them. Let's just say it was 100 of them. It was a few of them that had on some blue or maybe some purple.
I mean, maybe, but back
something
then,
that indicated that they're gang related. And it's Vegas, so it's West Coast. So I ain't saying that, you know, I just feel like that'd have been a little bit too
it could have been a Diddy
obvious.
Party.
Not with all them
At a Diddy
dudes.
party, he announced it there.
I'm glad you brought up Diddy party because that was another thing that people was talking about. The whole the escort that they chose. Now people was talking about that. Let's get to that for a second. What do you think about that? I believe that part.
I believe everything. You hater. You gotta open your mind a little bit.
What you mean by that?
Good. You just feel like nothing's a possibility. I mean, hey,
no, yeah, I feel like a lot of. I just feel like that.
I mean,
the Tupac part was a little stretch, but as far as the whole thing with Cassie and the escort, 8 years, I feel like that's a long time.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
I mean, it's definitely hard for the Tupac and the Biggie situation because of the fact that they can't defend themselves. They can't say what happened. This is how it happened.
Right.
But Tupac did have his suspicions from the first time.
You just gonna skip the escort part? You know? Do you say?
I mean, I was just saying. As far as that, I was just finishing up. That was.
Oh, okay. All right. My bad. Go ahead.
But as far as the escort part, like I told you before, I believe everything. I think it was crazy, but definitely not far-fetched. Just like a lot of the other things that we've seen in the series.
All right, last thing, and then we can close with this. 50 Cent, Marlon Wayans, they got into a little back and forth on social media. Mm-hmm. How you feel about that? Because Marlon Wayans pretty much said that, 50 Cent is creating his own karma. And a lot of people on social media, they agree with him, but they also disagree. Because I definitely saw that argument. Like, why are we okay with Marlon or 50 Cent tearing down another black man? But I don't necessarily look at it that way.
Yeah, I don't look at it that way either.
Diddy tore himself down way before 50 Cent did.
Yeah, I just feel like he's just showing things that we've already seen and or haven't paid attention to.
Yeah, I agree too, because I heard the thing about him not paying the artist a long time ago.
Right, and we've all heard about the Diddy parties. We've all heard about him being physical with women. We've heard stories.
Right.
It's just some things were caught on tape and some things weren't. Mm-hmm. Now, I'm sure if everything was recorded way back in the early 90s, I'm sure he would have had way.
I think he would have got caught up a long time ago.
Yeah. So he have a whole lot of rope to hang himself.
Do you think that what Marlon Wayans said was right, wrong, or what do you think?
I don't feel like what he said was harmless. Was harmful. Mm-hmm. I think it was harmless. You know what I'm saying? I think that 50's just ready to jab at anybody. You know what I'm saying? He like a snake. Ready to bite. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just what happened. I don't feel like Marlon was wrong with it. What he said, to each his own. This is his opinion.
Right.
And I feel like at the end of the day, we're all entitled to that.
Okay, do you feel like 50 Cent shouldn't have made the documentary?
It's like throwing water on a flame.
What do you mean by that?
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, I don't know. I feel like, I'm not going to say he shouldn't have made it. Somebody else would have made it.
You mean gasoline on a flame? You said water.
Well, Yeah, I guess you
Yeah, gas on the flame. I'm like, what do you mean? Well, okay, yeah. You so you saying he is kicking him while he down?
I mean, he already down. That's why I'm just like, what we've seen and stuff we already know. So I can't say that him showing it hurting anybody for real, other than Diddy, I guess. But they was already making documentaries about him before he went.
Yeah, I was gonna say that too. Like it was like I think there was some on Tubi and stuff. We didn't say that about those.
They were already making stuff that I felt would have been hurtful. He could have watched. He probably watched that. I don't know. I just feel like at the end of the day, people gonna do what they want. You know, you gotta be careful what you record. Like I don't know why he documented a lot of things that he documented and why he said a lot of things that he said, but at the end of the day, what's done in the dark always comes to the light.
Yeah, I can't be mad at 50 if Diddy's gonna put and do all these things that he probably shouldn't have been doing.
Whether it's true or not, that remains to be seen.
Yeah, it's like, bro, if you doing this stuff, like you said, what's done in the dark gonna come to the light. So
it's gonna eventually come out.
All 50 Cent did was make money off of your downfall, which is messed up.
It is, but it's the truth. And really, can we be mad? Because everybody's already really trying to profit off of him.
But 50 Cent not the first person to profit off of somebody else's tragedy. Like we've seen it, you know, with Wendy Williams documentary. We've seen it with, they tried to make the R. Kelly, not tried to, they did the R. Kelly thing. They tried to make one about Michael Jackson. So, I can't really,
It's hard.
It's hard to,
I feel like you gotta just be genuine, man. I think the moral of the story is you gotta be good. You gotta be good to people because you never know,
right, how
things might come back to bite you. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know.
Somebody might make a doc about you. You don't want to be that person.
You don't. I'll tell you what. You don't want to be the person to cross 50 Cent. That's the worst person you want to document. You don't want no series made about you from 50 Cent. Okay, that's the worst way to go. I'm telling you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Like, I mean, anybody could have made a doc, but when 50 took time out of his day to plan it, and then I don't know. Before we go, I don't know if you've seen a little clip of him thinking about dropping some more tea, because P. Diddy is good for messing with people's exes, messing with other women, that he knew, his friends knew, whatever. How do you feel about that? Because he was saying how he has some video of P. Diddy hooking up with Tupac's ex, and that's how, his one daughter, what's her name? I can't remember her name, but she the same age right there with the twins.
Okay, Diddy's daughter?
Yeah, Diddy's daughter. Okay. I can't remember her name.
You're asking me how do I feel about...
I can't remember her name.
You asked me how do I feel about Diddy hooking up with people's ex?
Yeah.
That's just an ego thing to me. I feel like the documentary kind of showed that he had like a fetish for the getting with the powerful person's girlfriend. Mm. So to me, that's just a weird fetish that he has. If that was true that he did hook up with Pac ex, I wouldn't be surprised, because I think they showed him hooking up with Suge Knight's ex. Mm-hmm. So that would fit right along in the pattern. I wouldn't be shocked. You know what I'm saying?
And that's why I'm just like, well, even with all that stuff you've seen, you still don't believe none of that stuff could have been tied. Because he was a little obsessed with Tupac, I feel like, in my opinion.
But bro, they tried to make him look like a suit. See, that part really, you really believe that. I can't get jiggy with that.
I believe that
I just don't.
In some way, he knew about what was going down. I'm not saying that he pulled the trigger. I'm not saying he planned it. But I am saying that he might have said some words that niggas registered. Sometimes you can stay there without saying stuff. You want a nigga gone.
Yeah, I'm not buying
it. Tupac is aggressive.
I just don't feel like...
He did everything for him. He didn't have to do anything. He had to lift a finger. It's the biggest... I mean, really, it's genius if you get away with it. You know what I'm saying?
But see, that's the thing. I'm not about to believe he went from cornball to evil genius like that overnight.
I mean, look how he got to his stardom.
But that wasn't... See, here's the thing about that, and then we can wrap up. That was all an accident turned into that helped build his career or put him in a stardom situation, right? He didn't plan on people dying at that event. He didn't plan on becoming I'll give you, listen to his tonage in his voice. He don't even talk like he has that type of attitude to where he could do anything to get somebody up out of here. Even if it was incidental. Like, do I believe he knew gangsters back then? Yeah, they had money, bro. So at some point you probably crossed paths. But to say that he was orchestrating it or knew
I don't think he was orchestrating it, but I think he knew. Why wouldn't he?
Nah, I don't think he knew nothing. He too corny, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I think if anything, they would have. He might have. If anything, I'll believe this. If the Crips really was the ones that killed Tupac, the way they making it seem, all Diddy was just a face so that they can hide behind it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So
Makes
all it
perfect
was, hey, this guy here said he don't like him. Well, we don't like him anyway too. So we're gonna put this on Diddy and make it seem like it was his fault. That's the only thing I believe. To say like Diddy was like, we had a meeting and I ain't buying that. That just don't sit right with me.
I don't know, man.
But all right, let's know what you think about this in the comments below. Diddy the Reckoning. What are your thoughts on the whole documentary? What are your thoughts on 50 Cent creating it, Marlon Wayans, all that good stuff, man? Let us know in the comments below. But that's all we got for you guys today. If you guys enjoyed this video, like, comment, share, subscribe. Follow us on socials. And until next time, we're out of here, y'all. Peace.